Whatever we are seeing, unless it appears in our consciousness, we will not know it. Our perception, we are thinking something is outside and also something inside. Inside means the thoughts, emotions, they are within the body. But this outside and inside perception, everything has to take place in the consciousness. Something appearing as outside nature and something appearing as thoughts, emotions, concepts, etc. All these things, unless they appear in the consciousness, we will not know. So truly speaking, what we are interacting with is the whole world written on consciousness. As if here in the air, whatever we write, like that, this microphone is written on the consciousness, all of you are written on the consciousness, everything is on the consciousness. Now, I understand you have a problem in that because you consider consciousness is within your body. Then, in my consciousness, the whole world is written. Then, what is it for the others? How can the two tally? All these questions will come. We have to think that when we are saying the whole world is written in my consciousness, you extend it a little with lot of attention and thinking. What is that? The whole world which consists of my body, mind, personality also. What we think about ourselves, our personality, that is also a product of nature. As all of you are sitting, this body, mind, personality is also here in the world. It is part of the world, it is the part of nature. The whole thing is appearing in the consciousness. Then can you call the consciousness in the body, or the correct statement will be the body is in the consciousness. It is not we are not talking about a consciousness limited, encapsulated by the body. We are talking about a consciousness on which the whole universe is appearing. You cannot find the consciousness anywhere. You can only find that variegated world which is appearing in the consciousness. So, that is true otherwise also. So this samatva practice, what happens in fact, in technical terms, is that as the mind gets over its affectedness, its likes and dislikes and all, the mind develops a new kind of perceptive nature, new kind of perception. That although it sees and interacts with the variety, it never misses that they are all the appearance in the consciousness. In Sanskrit we call it svagata bheda. Bheda means differential notion. Normally we always consider this glass and the human being, they are different. That is the bheda. Bheda means differential notion. But what we now find is they are swagata bheda, that is glass is also written in the consciousness, the human being is also written in the consciousness. So both are consciousness. The consciousness is manifesting as glass, manifesting as human being. So both are consciousness. Now, to say that I had prepared one small brief, that Krishna was playing with the calves. You can see their expression, beautifully depicted. One day the calves came and told Krishna that, do you know there is one Swamiji called Swami Bhumananda Tirtha in Kerala, in Thrissur. He seems to be explaining the Vedanta very well. Krishna, why not you take us there? We would like to see that Swamiji, have a darshan. So Krishna agreed, but he said that I cannot take all of you. You better stay here. I will go and see the Swamiji and come back and report to you. So he arrives in Narayanashrama Tapovanam. So he saw our ashram and came near. You can see there in the balcony on the top, Swamiji and Ma, both are standing there. So, seeing Swamiji, as he came close to Swamiji there, thoughts started appearing in him. He was thinking that what I am seeing, the ashram and Swamiji, Ma, they are standing, is it not in my consciousness, in my mind? So the whole picture has now become a thought of Krishna. That whole thing is appearing in his consciousness. It's an individual consciousness we are talking about. Then next step he thought that, how can I say the house is not appearing in my individual consciousness? I am also as a personality of Krishna appearing in my consciousness. So Krishna thinking of Krishna with the ashram appearing in his individual consciousness is actually a picture in the consciousness. This you have to think and understand. See, the whole thing we have put like this means the whole is an appearance in the consciousness. How it is happening? Krishna is also appearing in the consciousness. As I said, the universe which contains my body, mind, personality as a small speck, the whole thing is appearing in the consciousness. So that Krishna with his thought and the whole thing, that is an appearance in the consciousness. Then can we not say, this is what is happening? The whole universe is there. A human being is seeing the universe. That thought also is there. The whole thing is an appearance in consciousness. So what we can conclude is, universe is a state of consciousness. I have not patented it. So actually it is so. The universe is a state of consciousness only. That is why universes can appear, can go anytime. In Parinama Srishti, in material creation, the material has to undergo a causal chain, cause and effect chain. That is why you need time to make anything. Making the building, it took a few years, because you have to material and changes have to be brought in. But the whole causal change of the material creation is actually appearing in the consciousness. So in the dream, when you see a building coming, a palace, beautiful palace, or a spacecraft coming up, does it need the causal chain? How much time do you take to make that palace in the dream? Is there any time? Just appears. It just appears. There is no causality also. It's not that the thought of a palace came first and then you saw the palace. Both together. So time and causality is not followed in the dream creation. Why? Because it's simply a creation in the consciousness. Like that, actually the whole universe, the causality is within the universe, not as the cause of the universe. The whole universe just appears to be. No time, nothing. Time is within the universe. So it is called in our scriptures, in Upanishads, it is called Vivatta Srishti, apparential Srishti. It is not Parinama Srishti or causal material Srishti. The creation is not a material creation, but it is an apparent creation. Because causality, if you follow causality, why are we looking for a cause for the universe? Because everywhere here we are seeing everything is caused by something. I am born of my parents, they were born of their parents. This table is born of wood. The wood was in the tree was born of its seed. Like that, anything in creation you can go through a causal chain. But if you look for the cause of the entire creation, it cannot be. Because then you will ask, what is the cause of that? The causal logic, suppose B is the cause of A, you will ask, C is the cause of B, D is the cause of C, E is the cause of D. Like that, you can go ad infinitum. Even if you go to Z, what is the cause of Z? Suppose God has created this universe, then who created God? So that causal logic can never take us to any absolute level. If at all there is any absolute truth, this causal logic cannot take us there. This causality is functioning in the created material universe. So in Sanskrit it is called anavastha doshaha. That is, causal logic has this defect that it cannot start from anywhere. It is always, any extent you take it, never you will get a ground on which you can stand. In English it is called infinite regression. Infinite regression, that will go behind. So if at all there is an absolute cause, we won't be able to call it cause, but substratum and truth. It cannot be attained by the causal chain. So that is why in our Shastras only it appears, not in the Western literature. It is called Vivatta Srishti. The whole universe is an apparential creation, just like in dream. That is why in the Shastras, in the various scripture, spiritual layana, you find that Swapnabat, Mithya. All these terms are coming from this meaning. People don't understand. They think swapna, the world is swapna. It is not an individual swapna. The creation is in the consciousness, so we compare with the swapna. Mithya we call Jagat because of that. We are thinking everything is gross. The grossness of the materials, as well as the subtlety of our concept, of our emotion, of our mind, all are a manifestation of the consciousness. The gross is a manifestation which is appearing as gross. The subtle is a manifestation of the same consciousness. All are written in consciousness. This is the truth.